working at the Faculty of Veterinary Medicine there, and have been involved in Northern Dogs and providing services and working with communities for quite a long time now. I've headed up the Northern Community Health Rotation in the Sawtoo. Also worked in the North, first as a veterinarian in Yellowknife, and then later as a researcher working on wildlife. So it's a great honor for me to be able to chair or be the MC for the summit today. I'm really excited to have everybody together here and see what comes of it. And I think we've got a great group of people, as you can see, as we've been going through all of this, all the introductions. So welcome to everyone. Before I go any further, and as we get started, I'd like to first acknowledge that the communities that we'll be talking about today are on the traditional territories of the Inuit, First Nations, and Métis of Canada. I also ask that as we enter our discussions today, we all recognize and respect the deep, rich, and historic and contemporary relationships that the First Peoples of Canada have with dogs and the environment. So with that, I will do a few housekeeping things here to start with. So as I've said, we're having a few technical difficulties, but I hope everybody can manage that and that everybody gets into the summit without too much more trouble. The session will be recorded, so that's just for your knowledge, and it's for us so we're able to come back at the end, put all the great thoughts together, and have that available to others in the future. The thoughts and reports available to others in the future. There is a hands up feature on the screen, I believe, where you can put your hand up, and if you've got a question, or you can also write in the chat line as we go ahead. We've got a pretty packed schedule, but in each session, we've got some time for questions and answers and discussion. And I think that's one of the most important points of having a summit like this, is that it's not just a one-way street. We really want to foster discussions around the different things that we're going to be doing. Throughout the morning, we ask you if you've got some nice photos of your animals, of your communities, of things that are important to you with respect to topics around dogs. You can email them to John Julian. Actually, the email is up here on this first slide. And you can, to the info at Vets Without Borders, email that, and those photos will be put up on a slideshow over the lunch period. So again, the info at vetswithoutborders.ca, send your pictures there if you want us to show them at lunchtime. So I'll just get Laura to go to the next slide there. About the goals of our summit here. So you will have seen this on the agenda and on the invite, but really this is an opportunity for us all to get together from across Canada and the US, I see, and to talk about the animal health and veterinary service provision across Northern Canada, and how can we do that in an effective way. This summit's to provide some space for an open dialogue around needs for the different communities, and highlight the new and emerging opportunities in technology in animal health and welfare issues as well. So it's a little bit of a discussion, as well as some good knowledge exchange and sharing about different animal health technologies. With that, I think we will, we did a quick community check-in. As people enter, feel free to write in the chat line to all the participants and to the panelists and attendees of who you are, introduce yourself, and we'll just have that chat line running as we go, and we can monitor that. But with that, I think I'll turn it over to Monique and to Dani with PetSmart Charities.
Thank you for that. I can't get on my video, but that's okay. Eventually I will be able to. But before I welcome everyone, I know Dani has a very tight schedule herself, and she is asked to speak ahead of me. So if you don't mind, Laura, giving Dani privilege for speaking first.
Sure.
she is.
Hi, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, perfectly.
Oh, great. Well, thank you for accommodating me. I'll be popping in and out all day, and I'm really thrilled to be able to hear the robust conversation that I'm sure will come from this summit. So thank you for organizing, and I'm really excited to be here. I do have some prepared remarks from our team just to ensure that I don't forget anything. So I will deliver those now, but I do know many of the folks who are on the line today, and it's exciting to see so many brilliant individuals who are on the call. I'm Dani LaGiglia. For those who don't know, I'm the Regional Relationship Manager at PetSmart Charities of Canada. So I support the strategic granting initiatives across Canada. We are so proud to be here today to support Vets Without Borders and the Northern Animal Health Initiative because we understand and acknowledge the importance of the health and well-being of people and animals in Canadian Northern communities. As you may know, PetSmart is committed to addressing the problem of pet homelessness and also pet retention, so ensuring that people and their animals can stay together. And the stores themselves have made the decision to never sell a cat or dog in the stores. Instead, we work with adoption partners to ensure that animals find home. But that's primarily in Southern Canada. So each year, hundreds of thousands of PetSmart Canada customers make donations at the pin pads, which contribute to our granting programs. That amounts to millions of dollars that go into the animal welfare sector within our country. So we're really proud to be a part of being focused on providing emergency relief, making veterinary care more accessible and affordable for people and pets. And we're thrilled to be partnering with Vets Without Borders on this project. Working with the amazing team, Monique and Linda and John, has really underscored the importance of this type of work and the substantial need for effective and sustainable animal health and vet services in communities across Northern Canada. We know that these types of services are happening, but as we start to work more closely together with each other, these services will help to address animal health welfare concerns and build some alignment within our community and those who are serving Northern animals and people. So we're really thrilled to be part of this project, and we're excited to be here and listen today, and really look forward to the opportunity to learn alongside you folks. Please feel free to reach out if you have a project that you think might be appropriate for funding from PetSmart Charities Canada. I will put my email address in the chat box. If anybody would like to connect, please feel free to reach out. I'm always happy to chat through any work that you're doing. So thanks, and I hope you have a really wonderful and productive day today.
Thank you so much, Dani. Much appreciated. So now this is Monique Charron speaking. I'm the Executive Director of Vets Without Borders. It is my true pleasure today to welcome everyone to this event. It's been a while in the making, and certainly we've been really trying to work out all the details to accommodate as many dynamic and relevant speakers for this day. So what we had planned originally as an in-person event has turned into be a much larger event. And what do I see now? I see over 76 people on the line this morning. We had over 200 registrants. The ability to record this event will mean that we can actually expand our reach a little bit and have others share all this information that's coming forward today. So Vets Without Borders is a pretty young organization. We've only been established in 2005, and we've been mostly focused on international development in Africa and Asia. Now, over the years, we've really tried to support the work of the vet colleges in remote northern regions of Canada, but only since 2019 have we been actually planning and implementing our own work. And it has to do with Dr. Michelle Tuma, who we'll hear about soon, and her ability to conduct some of these spay-neuter vaccination clinics in some of the communities we have been targeting. Just earlier this year, we've been very, very happy about a PetSmart Charities grant. And thank you, Dani, for actually talking about that grant. But it's allowed us to plan a more robust program in the North. And because of that program, as well as donations from P3 veterinary partners and foundations, we've been able to actually hire someone that is in the name of Linda Sullivan. I just want to thank Linda for all her work in putting this event together, as Susan did earlier. She's been instrumental in really putting in a very strong program. But other things that have happened is that we've been able to put together a telehealth program, which has started again with the help of Michelle Tuma. As well, we've done a data collection on animal-related organizations in Northern Canada. And we've been ongoing in our temporary clinics, trying to reach out to more communities that have limited access to vet care. And of course, this summit, which is first of its kind, but hopefully not the last of its kind. So our wish for today is really to have everybody come together and talk about animal health and highlight some of the needs of the different communities. The needs are not going to be the same, of course, across the board, but with more information from all of you, we'll be better able to focus on the interventions that are going to be appropriate in those communities. So I really want to welcome you to put in your comments in the chat box. I don't think you have the option to raise your virtual hand, but certainly the chat box. And I'm at the end of the info email address, so please send your comments. I'm also going to be taking comments after the event. So if you're anything like me, I think about things and then I think about things later. So please, if we've missed anything, if there's anything that you really think is important, don't hesitate. We look forward to hearing from you. So just for today, have an excellent day. I know that I'm looking forward to hearing everyone. I know the lineup and I've been introduced to most of the speakers, so I'm really excited about today. So on that note, I'm going to pass it on to Dr. John VanLeeuwen, who has been our chair for the Northern Program Committee over the years, but since Saturday is now the former chair of the committee, and we will soon have co-chairs, two co-chairs to lead that effort. But over to you now, John. Are you there, John? If you're speaking, we can't hear you.
I just was converted into a panelist here, I guess, and so
okay.
My computer took a little glitch trying to figure that out, but I'm
John, you are a host now, so you can actually put your video.
Oh, yes, I see that.
Okay. Excellent.
Wonderful. Okay. So thank you, Monique, for that introduction. And good morning from Prince Edward Island, where we're currently being hammered by Tropical Storm Teddy. I'm really happy to be here because it means that Teddy hasn't actually ruined my power supply, and so at least not yet. So you'll hear more from me later today as well, and I look forward to that, assuming I can still get connected. Teddy may have its own way on this. I would like to also welcome you today for this summit. It's been a great joy of mine to be the chair of this Vets Without Borders Northern Program Committee and a member of what we're calling the Vets Without Borders Northern Program Advisory Council, which has been assembled predominantly with people from the North to help us with the development of this program. And continued implementation of it. These two groups have worked really hard to not only make this summit a success, but also with many activities that Monique mentioned and that you'll hear more about today. So I just wanted to start off with that little bit and welcome you again, and we'll talk to you again a little bit later today.
Great. Thank you, John. And it was good to be able to see your face. Now we're going to remove you from being a host.
No problem.
And so we're a little bit ahead of time here. We have Jordy and Scott's keynote starting at 9:30, but I think we may be able to start you a little bit early if you guys are ready. But just before we do that, there's been a few more attendees who have joined us. Chip Coombs, Dee Chichu, if you guys, and anybody else that's joined, if you can just quickly write in the chat box to panelists and attendees and let us know who you are and where you're coming from. And anybody else who may have joined.
Sorry, Susan. John, do you mind just giving me back the host privilege, please?
Sure. So just
You just
reminding
click
how-
on Veterinarians Without Borders and you click the More option and make host. I am in the panelist section.
In the panelist section, okay. Okay, more, and make host.
Perfect, thank you.
Andre,
Sorry, Susan, you can go ahead.
Okay, sure. Andre Ravel, I see you've joined us. Anybody else who's joined us and hasn't had a chance to introduce themselves, please do so in the chat box. And those who have joined us, we can't hear you. Your microphones are all muted. So your communication method is through the chat box. So Jenna, Peter Mosney, Vets Without Borders board member, great to see you here. Who else have we got? Scott Bender, welcome. Scott Bender is from Arizona, if I am correct, if it's the right Scott Bender. Somebody, Chichu, if you can just tell us who you are and where you're coming from, that would be great. Chip Coombs, anyone else? Anita, we've got a number of new people joining us here. Jenna Bai. Laura Bai, I bet you two are related. Janelle from Iqaluit. Great. Good, and there's also, you're getting a few questions on the question and answer about whether or not you need to be licensed if you are going to participate in a clinic in another jurisdiction, and yes, you do. So it is necessary that you are licensed in whatever jurisdiction you're in. In the Northern Territories, there are professional licensing boards with each territory. The process is not too strenuous, but it does require that you have all your documents in order and a few letters of reference. Once you've done it once, it's very easy to renew and it's not too expensive. It's only a few $100s a year once it's done, but yes, it must be done. Excellent. Scott Bender from Navajo First Nation. We've seen you in many different meetings. Okay. Andre Ravel from U of Montreal. Chip Coombs from Ontario, Vets Without Borders. Amanda from PetSmart, of course. All right, I think that for those of you who are just joining, we are taking your picture, not taking your pictures physically, but if you have photos that you want to contribute for the noon hour slideshow, we're going to have a rotating slideshow of pictures of your animals, your pets, your communities, and feel free to send them in to info@vetswithoutborders.ca, and we will have them on a cycling slideshow at noon. Okay, so I think we are ready to go. Laura, if you pass hosting privilege to Jordy and
Already done.